Thanks. I'm here in Huntington Beach, right off the 405 freeway on the corner of Beach Boulevard and Edinger, where several dead ducks were removed from the duck pond that surrounds the building because it's contaminated with toxic algae. Good evening and welcome to your KBCH News at 7. I'm Adria Aziz. Today's top stories in health. What is the disease control saying about the swine flu vaccination? Many of us have become accustomed to using hand sanitizer such as this one that kills 99.9% of common germs. But when we use these sanitizers several times a day on a daily basis, are we killing the good germs? Thanks, Aldo. I'm standing here where earlier this morning, a man accused of killing 4 police officers at a coffee shop on Sunday was shot and killed by a police. Vivian, light rains and cool temperatures made their way into Southern California last night, along with some gusty winds. Thanks. I'm here in Huntington Beach, right off the 405 freeway on the corner of Beach Boulevard and Edinger, where several dead ducks were removed from the duck pond that surrounds the building because it's contaminated with toxic algae. This building houses several suites, including physicians, a broadcasting school, and a Sylvan Learning Center. Some occupants of this office and school building contacted the Orange County Division of Environmental Health and the California State Department of Ecology after they noticed several ducks in the pond dying.
I actually do. I walked through here to get to the second floor, and I've noticed that there would be ducks on the porch or swimming around, and the last 2 times I've been here there was no ducks. I came here yesterday and I actually saw 2 ducks floating upside down, so that kind of alarmed me, but I figured they were just sick, but I started seeing more pop up as I started coming, so I kind of saw it as something maybe a little different than the ducks being sick. You guys are students of the Academy of Radio and Television Broadcasting. Can you tell me what you observed here in the pond?
Actually, I observed over the past couple weeks that I've been seeing dead ducks out in our pond, in the pond area, and I really want to know what's going on. I really don't know too much about it though.
Well, I didn't notice what was going on, but I did notice the water was lower, much lower than normal, and my daughter, she noticed the ducks, and they were not as many ducks. And sort of a smell, so I knew something was going on.
After being alerted to the issue, a water sample was collected and submitted to an environmental laboratory. The water was found to have elevated levels of microcystin, a cyanobacterial algae which poses health concerns to humans, pets, and wildlife. Officials have deemed the pond unsafe and have called for the ecology department to remove the ducks within the next 24 hours and for the pond to be drained and treated by clarification and sand filtration. Exposure to microcystin causes gastrointestinal distress and nausea if consumed. Although only 1 human death in the U.S. has been related to exposure to microcystins, it is a promoter of tumors and liver failure.
I've heard about the algae and I do not feel safe around here. Like sometimes I'm hesitant to come to school. It's like, should I go to school for my career or should I stay home and save my life?
Very concerned. If ducks are dying, the water is just right here, and sometimes the water splashes up and they step on it.
One teacher with the Sylvan Learning Center said that the children are safe because they do not take the children around the pond.
No, actually what we did is we took them around the back way so that they wouldn't be exposed to it. It wouldn't traumatize them. So I don't believe any of them saw the dead ducks. I think a couple of the parents did, but I don't think the children did.
This pond is not available to the public for recreational activities such as swimming or fishing. However, the students of the Academy of Radio and Television Broadcasting are still concerned for their health.
Because I do have allergies, and I don't know how what's going on here affects me and my body. Everybody's different, every person's different, but at the same time, how do you know if this doesn't affect you? If it affects the ducks enough for them to take the ducks out of their natural habitat, why wouldn't it affect us?
I was able to reach the Assistant Commissioner for Public Health and Preparedness over the phone. He gave this statement.
Elevated levels of blue-green algae have been found in the pond. It is important for individuals to avoid direct contact with the infected water. However, the bacteria is not airborne and the pond will be treated, allowing the ducks to return in a couple of weeks.
According to the California Environmental Protection Agency, microcystins have been measured in several bodies of water in California. As soon as this pond has been drained and treated, the ducks may return to their home. This is Adria Aziz from Huntington Beach. Back to you in the studio. Many of us have become accustomed to using hand sanitizer such as this one that kills 99.9% of common germs. But when we use these sanitizers several times a day on a daily basis, are we killing the good germs? The University of San Diego has new research that says there are pros and cons for using the sanitizers and sprays. Researchers say that there is a germ that protects our immune system, and if you have no bacteria of this kind, it's bad. Most people have increased their use of hand sanitizers since the H1N1 virus has been around.
I probably use hand sanitizer about 5 to 10 times a day.
It depends on the type of work that I do. Well, maybe about 4 or 5 times.
I do. I use it all the time. I actually have some right here on my desk. I always keep it with me.
Some say they will not stop using hand sanitizers.
Oh no, I will never stop using my hand sanitizer. You know, several people at my computer every day, so I must use my hand sanitizer to make sure I don't get germs.
You know what, I've actually heard things like that, and it's kind of made me cut down, but I don't know, you just touch so many things during the day, it kind of needs it.
Dr. Gallo of University of California, San Diego says it is not known how much of the hand sanitizer is too much or how much of the good bacteria is needed. They are going to continue to study these issues. This is Adria Aziz. Back to you in the studio. Thanks, Aldo. I'm standing here where earlier this morning, a man accused of killing 4 police officers at a coffee shop on Sunday was shot and killed by a policeman. After he shot the 4 officers at the coffee shop, he fled, and authorities have been looking for him for the last 48 hours. Earlier this morning, this car was found running with no one inside the car. The police officer called in the license plate to the department, and it came back that the car had been stolen. Right around this time, Marcus Clemens, the man accused of killing the 4 officers, ran up behind the police officer. The police officer asked the man to stop and to hold out his hands. However, the man did not stop and did not show his hands, and the officer had to shoot him. He ended up dying. Former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee had pardoned this man, and there's no reason why this man should have been on the street. Reporting to you with KBCH News, this is Adria Aziz. Back to you in this. Thanks, Vivian. Light rains and cool temperatures made their way into Southern California last night, along with some gusty winds. There is a high surf advisory and a coastal flood watch in effect for the beach cities until Friday morning due to these winds. In the valleys and in the Inland Empire, we will be seeing some more of that sunny California weather by Friday, with highs up to 78 degrees and clouds and a slight chance of rain on Monday. Tonight in Orange County, it will be mostly cloudy with patches of fog, with the lows being in the 46-degree range, and it will get warmer as the week progresses, with highs reaching the mid-70s by Friday. But it won't last long. As the weekend goes on, be prepared for the temperatures to begin cooling down and for some rain to come in as early as Sunday night and last into Tuesday. So don't forget to bring your umbrellas and your raincoats to work on Monday. And that's it for your KBCH Orange County weather for the next week. I'm Adria Aziz.